Good evening, Internet. Welcome back to another night of strange and scary games. I'm Mom. That's Aldous in the background. And tonight we are continuing our journey through the Outer Wilds. Let's see what we've got on our ship's log. Suit up. Escape Pod 1. Old Settlement. The Vessel. Mural. Escape Pod. Escape Pod. Mural. Mural. The Hanging City. The Black Hole Forge. Anglerfish Fossil. So we've got a lot. A Nomai city suspended beneath Brittle Hollow's northern glacier. The city is divided vertically into 4 districts. I found a switch in the Meltwater district that raises and lowers the Black Hole Forge. The Nomai debated how to obtain the powerful, highly advanced warp core required for the Ashtron project. The Nomai traveled to the solar system in pursuit of a signal from something older than the universe itself. They named the source of the signal the Eye of the Universe. One of 3 Nomai escape pods that crashed in our solar system. All 3 escape pods were launched from something called the Vessel, which was badly damaged. The Nomai constructed a temporary settlement beneath their crashed escape pod. The Nomai worked together to recall an eye-shaped signal they encountered while aboard the vessel. The signal was somehow older than the universe itself. The Nomai decided to call it the Eye of the Universe. The Nomai abandoned the settlement over growing concerns about its stability. The Nomai warped to the solar system in a spaceship called the Vessel. They were attempting to follow the signal from the Eye of the Universe. The vessel crashed somewhere in Dark Bramble. The vessel's warp core broke when the ship crashed in Dark Bramble. One of the 3 Nomai escape pods never made it out of Dark Bramble. One of the 3 Nomai escape pods landed somewhere on the Hourglass Twins. Maybe we should go to the Hourglass Twins next. A mural of Dark Bramble ensnaring the Nomai vessel. Mural of 3 escape pods evacuating the Nomai vessel. Mural of Nomai vessel encountering a signal. The Nomai learned how to evade anglerfish, theoretically at least, by studying an anglerfish fossil they found on Ember Twin. The Black Hole Forge is suspended below the Hanging City. I found a switch in the Meltwater district that raises and lowers the forge. Black Hole Forge district is the highest district in the city. A Nomai named Poke planned to create a new advanced warp core in the Black Hole Forge. So we need to go back and check that forge at some point. We still need to go to the South Pole. Let's go to the South Pole. Volcanic moon, volcanic moon, volcanic moon. Oh my god. Right. There's the black hole. I'm gonna go south. Why am I going north? Interesting. Can I get in here? It's not even where I wanted to go. Oh, is this the gravity cannon that it was talking about? I remember reading about that. Ooh. Ah. Oh, I see. I'm at the shuttle. I'm ready to make my first pilgrimage to the quantum moon. That's exciting, you're almost ready, but there's still one more rule you need to learn. Come see me at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. The tower is on the opposite side of Brittle Hollow. If you can follow the path west to the crossroads, you can reach the tower from there. My gratitude for your directions, Bells. I'll see you soon. Can I get down from here? There we go. Where can I go? Crossroads. The shuttle is currently resting at the quantum moon. Activate the gravity cannon. Call the shuttle home. Let go, let go, let go. I don't want anything. Southern Observatory. I am here. After watching it wander the skies for so long, I am about to stand for the first time on the quantum moon. Am I just flying into the sun? Oh, I see. As expected, my shuttle has landed at the moon's south pole. I will make the remainder of my journey on foot. We don't know why the quantum moon always welcomes its visitors at the South Pole, just that this is true. As a child, I considered such unknown sinister. Now, though, I understand they bear no ill will. The universe is as we are. I am ready. Come on. Okay, that doesn't work. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. Southern Observatory. This isn't where I fell before, is it? Scary. Which way am I going? Come on. Thank you. Okay, how do I get up there? That's just a floor. I was scared for a minute. Cassava's construction yard has been using the cyclones on Giant's Deep to lift orbital probe cannon parts into orbit, but one component was pushed down past the current that usually prevents anything from sinking. Spire and I are crafting a model to determine why this happened. An update. It's now clear that there are two different types of cyclone. Most cyclones on Giant's Deep rotate clockwise. These are the cyclones Cassava typically uses to send components into orbit. There also exists a rarer type of cyclone that spins the opposite direction, pushes objects beneath the water and below the current. My gratitude, Spire. Kanoi is showing me your handiwork, and I'm intrigued by this secondary type of cyclone. But was it really necessary to build a model to tell me that? The model will be useful as we continue monitoring Giant's Deep. Also, I very much wanted to make a model. Fair. Okay, so this one goes up, and this one goes down. Kanoi, Dez and I were lifting orbital probe cannon components into orbit for assembly and somehow sank down beneath the current. Kanoi, you should have seen it. We thought it was impossible for any cannon components to sink even partially below the current, but ours sank straight to the core. Cassava convinced me not to try to recreate the phenomenon myself using other cannon parts, but we're very curious to know what happened. How could something pass through the current? My gratitude for your interesting question. This is exciting. Spire constructed a model of Giant's Deep here at Brittle's Hollow Southern Observatory, and it reveals how an object might sink below the surface. Kanoi, I'm unable to grasp the answer by looking through the projection pool. If I visit the observatory, would you kindly explain? If you don't mind the trek beneath the surface to the South Pole, I'd be delighted to see you. There are two trailheads, one at Brittle Hollow's gravity cannon, and one at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. So we're looking for another base like this, but on the thing? I'm here. I did it. I put the ship down safely. In that the ship went down and I didn't sustain bodily harm. A few minor repairs and it's like the ship never even hit those rocks. One of my better attempts. Feldspar would barely have laughed at me, but that's the good news. The bad news, I haven't found a way inside the structure yet. The door is broken. And I know I'm not great at exploring, but I think I would have found a different entrance by now if there were one. Probably. I can't get inside from here, but I know that there are paths below the surface. I'm going to head north to the ruins on the equator, try to find a way down. Outer Wilds Ventures. Can we get inside? Cannot get inside. Can't get down here. Can go up. What is this? Planet models? Interesting. What have we learned thus far in our search for the Eye of the Universe? Based on our knowledge of the quantum moon, we believe the Eye is in orbit around the star system sun. This would mean the Eye is located within a finite, albeit enormous, range. Those of us on the vessel originally followed the Eye signal to the star system, but we were unable to warp to the Eye itself. The locator we built on the Adelrock and the new, more sensitive locator we built were both unable to detect any trace of the Eye's signal. Hypothesis: the Eye has stopped emitting its signal. Suppose the Eye doesn't wish to be found. Cassava, how can you suggest that? The Eye's signal called out to summon us to the star system. I'm aware. I grew up hearing the Eye story, yet we're no closer to finding it than you were when you first arrived here. How should our methods change as we continue our search for the Eye of the Universe? We know what the Eye looks like thanks to the quantum moon, so what if we tried to find the Eye visually instead? Let's send out a probe. Mallow's idea is clever, but we have no idea where the Eye is in relation to here. The probability of launching a probe in the correct direction would be absurdly small. I believe I have a solution for that problem. Have you spoken with Raimi and Pi about the technology they're developing? As we couldn't find the Eye signal using two different devices built for this exact purpose, we should discontinue the search method. We need to build a probe launching mechanism to cover those long distances quickly. A cannon in the orbit around a celestial body would circumvent the need to escape gravity's pull. Giant's Deep would be a good choice. It's furthest from the sun, so it would provide the best angles for a launch, and it's moonless except when the quantum moon is visiting. Yes, let's build a cannon in orbit around Giant's Deep. All right. This is the Eye. Oh, that's trippy. Interesting. So he said he was going to move north to find the thing at the equator. I guess not that way. Eh? Well, bye. This might be too far. No, I made it. There you are. Okay. Oh, you launched. That's great. Great job, you. Wow, I guess that means I've been out here for a while, huh? Well, this is Brittle Hollow, but you probably knew that. Lots of history here. It's great. What are you doing here? I'm here to see the Hanging City. It's always been my dream to see it with my own 4 eyes ever since I was a hatchling. An alien race lived in the solar system long before our species even existed. How could I not want to see what their civilization was like? Only, you've probably heard the others say it, right? I'm afraid of space. Seriously, I'm more surprised than anybody that I'm out here. Do you want to know how I even got this far? I fell, tripped over a gravity crystal. It's dumb luck I landed somewhere my little scout says is halfway stable, instead of being sucked into what's below. I've been gauging the stability of the ground around me using my little scout, and this seems to be the place with the best surface integrity, so I'm just going to stay here until I'm ready to move on. But that's enough about me and my problems. You didn't come all this way to listen to me blather, did you? Heh, that'd be... yeah. I learned something. Oh, cool. What is it? I found the Nomai escape pod on Brittle Hollow. Wow, so then the Nomai probably came here from somewhere outside the solar system, and they must have been in trouble when they launched their escape pods. But what kind of trouble? And where did the escape pod launch from? I'm so curious. This is an amazing discovery. I hope we can find out more about how and why the Nomai arrived here. I saw the old settlement. Isn't it amazing? Hard to believe that the settlement is still standing, but there it is. It really makes you appreciate living somewhere like Timberhearth, you know? Somewhere that isn't being constantly bombarded with meteors and rocks and stuff. I saw the Hanging City on Brittle Hollow. You visited the Hanging City? Oh gosh, how was it? Was it amazing? Was it beautiful? Was it scary? The Hanging City is where the Nomai settled permanently on Brittle Hollow. It was their most advanced settlement here. Why they chose to build their most advanced settlement so close to you-know-what is beyond me. Maybe that kind of thing makes sense to the Nomai, though. Maybe they needed the black hole for something. Oh wow, where shouldn't you explore here? Not the black hole, actually. That's very no. Which is unfortunate because the most exciting stuff is all below the crust, including the Hanging City that's just to the north. You can kind of see it from here. There's also this big dome on the surface pole, on the south pole called the Southern Observatory. You can't get inside from the surface, trust me, I tried. But if it's like the rest of the Nomai structures here, there's probably a path to it beneath the crust somewhere. Good luck with exploring. If you learn anything about the Nomai, I'd love to hear it, if it isn't too much trouble. Me? I'm an archaeologist, remember? Or, the archaeologist, I guess, seeing as I'm all Timberhearth Scott right now. Brittle Hollow is rich with Nomai history. That's why I'm here. This planet is an absolute treasure trove of culture, history, and science. If you have any questions about the Brittle Hollow Nomai, I'm your Hearthian. Or, I have some knowledge of them, I mean. So, maybe I can help. Tower of Quantum Knowledge. I'm guessing I'm not going to get to the Tower of Quantum Knowledge from here. Can I get to the Hanging City? I don't think so. Down, 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 down. No, no, no. Down, down, down. Go down. Oh, is it already time? That was fast. Where's the thing? I feel like I didn't do anything. I guess we found Ryback. There it is. Pretty. Flashbang. Gravity cannon, Solanum shuttle, tornado simulation, Rybeck's camp, Southern Observatory, orbital probe cannon. Rybeck has set up a camp at the bottom of the crossroads. Their excitement at being surrounded by so much Nomai history is matched only by their terror of the black hole. Rybeck is a Timberhurst's only archaeologist. They overcame their fear of space to explore Brittle Hollow's treasure trove of Nomai culture. The new, more sensitive locator, the Nomai built in this observatory, was unable to detect any trace of the eye signal. Based on their knowledge of the quantum moon, the Nomai believed the eye was in a distant orbit around the sun. The Nomai, deciding to stop searching for the eye signal, instead look for it visually by sending out a deep space probe. There were concerns that the probability of launching a probe in the correct direction would be absurdly small. Most cyclones on Giant's Deep rotate clockwise. There are also cyclones the Nomai use to send components into orbit. Most cyclones on Giant's Deep rotate clockwise. These are the cyclones the Nomai use to send components into orbit. There also exists a rarer type of cyclone that spins the opposite direction, pushes objects beneath the waters and below the current. The Nomai decided to construct a probe cannon in orbit around Giant's Deep. The Nomai on Brittle Hollow observed a phantom moon that would sometimes appear in the sky. The Nomai named Solanum landed a shuttle on the quantum moon. Visitors to the quantum moon always arrived at the South Pole for reasons unknown to the Nomai. A huge cylindrical structure that generates a strong upward gravity field. I recalled a Nomai shuttle from the quantum moon. Oh, I have an idea of what I can do for that. I'm not sure if it'll work, though. So I guess let's go to Giant's Deep. Can I... Huh? Fuck. No. There we go. Okay. This is an orbital launcher. Launch module. Control module. Probe tracking module. I guess let's go to the tracking module. There's nothing there. Got it. Is anything still here? Down. All right. It's a gravity thing. Got it. Come back here. I have bad news, Avens. Yarrow says there was a problem with the proposed power source, so the orbital probe cannon won't be asked to fire. I hope you're pulling my locomotive limb here, Cassava. I wish I were, my friend, but no, they aren't certain they can fix the problem, so the orbital probe cannon is on indefinite hiatus. Tell Privet and Mallow they should return from the cannon. My spouse and I will remain at the construction yard for now. An update. Mallow and I will join you and Daz. Privet left to visit her brother. She fears Idea may feel responsible. Is this the same place we saw before? I think it is. Mallow, my better 50%. Cassava is sending the last of the cannon components. Soon, relatively speaking, we'll know the eye's precise location. The thought of concluding our elder's curious and challenging search increases my heart temperature, my love. Cassava tells me that he and the construction yard crew have determined a power setting we are not, under any circumstances, to go above. I see. And am I right to think that consequently we'll be ignoring that setting? I can posit with nearly 100% certainty our friends have accounted for our nature, so I suggest we do. Giving the orbital probe cannon all the power it can structurally withstand creates the greatest chance of finding the eye of the universe. Yes, the probe must travel as fast as it can, as far as it can. I'll make some adjustments. So don't tell me what I can't do. So that's the orbital orbital cannon. "5 minutes, 17 seconds ago, request to launch probe received from Ash Twin Project. Cannon aligned with randomly selected probe trajectory. Gravity field activated." This was 5 minutes ago? Is that what we keep seeing exploding? Begin launch log. Orbital probe cannon. Launch request received. Probe launch successful. Probe tracking module is receiving data from the probe. Orbital probe cannon structure is compromised during launch. Damage to multiple modules detected. Orbital probe cannon damage report. Several severe structural stress detected. Assessing damage to modules. Module intact. No structural damage. Viewport window fractured. Module exposed to vacuum space. Probe tracking module missing. Alright. Fuck. Nope. Go in there. Oh my god. There we go. Orbital probe cannon, launch module, control module, probe tracking module, construction yard. Broken remains of a Nomai space station in orbit around Giant Steep. There are three access ways branching off the central hub area. The orbital probe cannon was created to find the precise location of the eye of the universe. The Nomai pushed the orbital probe cannon above its maximum power setting to create the greatest chance of finding the eye of the universe. Control module recently received a request from the Ash Twin Project to launch the probe. The cannon was aligned with a randomly selected probe trajectory. The probe was successfully launched, but the cannon's structural integrity was compromised in the process. Damage is detected in multiple modules. Launch module looks heavily damaged. There's a huge breach in the glass viewport. The launch module's viewport window is fractured, exposing it to the vacuum of space. One of the orbital probe cannon's 3 modules. The probe tracking module is receiving data from the launch probe. A Nomai computer reports the probe tracking module as missing. The Nomai built the orbital probe cannon at a construction yard on Giant Steep. Can I can't mark that. Alright. I want to get out of here. I want to see, is it possible? Not this way. Okay, where am I going? This way. Come on. Oh, thank you. Imagine, Privet, the probe tracking module will be the first to know the coordinates of the eye of the universe. You'll be the first to see them. I am honored and terrified. You won't ask the orbital probe cannon to use so much power that it breaks, will you? Fret not, my nervous friends. We only need to fire the probe once, anyway. So who minds if it compromises the orbital probe cannon's structural integrity slightly? I would mind, Mallow. I would mind, because we won't be capable of receiving our probe's data if the probe tracking module is destroyed. So this is what it looks like when it's not. Mallow, my better 50%. Cassava is sending the last of the cannon components. Soon, relatively speaking, we'll know the eye's precise location. I think this is the same one we already read. Looks like there was a ball here, but I guess that it's gone now. Is there anything in here? It doesn't look like it. The launch module is badly damaged, but its projection pool is still intact. Nomai named Mallow argued that it wouldn't matter if the cannon's structural integrity was compromised, since they only needed to fire the probe once. A Nomai named Privet countered that they wouldn't be capable of receiving the probe's data if the probe tracking module was destroyed. I saw the probe tracking module through a Nomai projection pool. It looks like the module is underwater. I could see purple electricity outside the viewport. I don't know what purple electricity has to do with anything yet. Like a glove. What is up here? Gravity is way heavier than I thought it was going to be. Statue workshop. Can't get in there. Gravity stones. Where's it going? Okay. Here's a pathway. I see the pathway. Trees detected. work. We're going to test the memory statues tonight. Fox says it could be dangerous, so he can't come. But what if we didn't use the door and snuck in the other way? Does anyone want to? Flock specifically told us not to do that. I really wanted to see the test too, Lammy, but that's a huge risk to take. We probably shouldn't. Maybe Flux will let us see a later test. How do I get down there? Down, down, down. Are we good? Ow. Well, that's some shit. Welcome to Giant's Deep, friends. I'm excited for you to meet the statues. If I'm not in my dwelling, I'm likely in my workshop below inside the island. Okay, how do I get inside? This is where I came from. I guess I can jump down and get back in my ship. Ow. I wish I could, like, follow it. Go ahead and heal. Statue Workshop, Statue Island. This island must be where the Nomai created statues like the one in our observatory. I found a Nomai statue lying on the beach. It looks just like the one in our observatory. I found a sign for a statue workshop next to a broken door that used to lead inside the island. Some Nomai children debated bypassing the statue's workshop door and sneaking inside via an alternate, more dangerous route. I can see into the large cave from one of the ruins on top of the island. The bottom of the cave is filled with water. So I should be able to get in from underwater, maybe? There we go. Oh my god. Gravity. door. No. I want to see. Yarrow, would you kindly step back so Daz is closest to the statue? When pairing, the statue will choose whoever is in closest proximity. See how its eyes have opened? That tells us the statue is paired with Daz. Now, no matter where he is in the star system, Daz's statue will record his memories and send them to the Ash Twin Project. This is extraordinary sculpting work, Phlox. He has outdone himself again, hasn't he? And now that we have our first successful pairing, we can test my memory storage prototype. Each statue will send a single Nomai's memories to his or her own statue unit within Ash Twin. Each storage unit will be equipped with a mask, the statue's counterpart, which will be able to send those stored memories back to the corresponding Nomai. So, Nomai, statue, statue to mask, mask to Nomai. God, this game is so good. I've installed the mask inside the Ash Twin Project, Phlox. They look beautiful, although I do feel like I'm being observed. It's comforting to know the statues will not pair unless the project succeeds. Otherwise, I imagine the experience would have been hard to endure. Ideally, they'll only need to activate once the project succeeds, as a safety measure. However, the statues will also activate in the event of equipment failure. They will? Why is that? If anything goes wrong in the Ash Twin Project, the statues and their mask will make us aware of the situation and enable us to fix it. Otherwise, it would be possible for us to remain permanently unaware of the problem. I hadn't thought of that. That would be a profoundly horrific fate. What a profoundly horrific fate that would be. I don't understand why I keep getting, like, random frame drops. One, two, three. It seems like only 3 are active. All right. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Okay, thank you. I don't know which way I'm supposed to be going to get to, what's his face? Fire is a probably good, indication that somebody's there, though, right? There's some ghost matter over there. There you are. Gabbro. Nice, it's you. Good to see you made it here in one piece. The first solo launch is a doozy, isn't it? So hey, don't freak out or anything, but lately I keep, like, dying repeatedly. I don't know, it's pretty weird. What about you? Have you died lately, or is it just me? No, it's me too. We're in a time loop. Time has been behaving unusually lately. Yeah, time loop makes sense. Cool. You're taking this pretty well. Heh, right back at you. Personally, I like new experiences, and I've never been in a time loop before. I mean, I don't think I've been in a time loop before this one. Looks like you and I are the only ones who can tell that time's gone all weird. Tried radioing Hornfells and asking if they died too, but they thought I was being metaphorical. Even if I tell Hornfells about the time loop, they never remember by the next one. They don't realize anything's different. And here's another weird one for you. Every time I die, all of my memories from that loop replay back to me. I'm pretty sure that's related to this big stone Nomai statue I found on one of the other islands. I was looking at it, and the statue opened its eyes and started glowing. It replayed my memories like it had seen them through my own eyes, just like what happens each time I die. That happened to me with the statue at the museum. You too, huh? Then the Nomai statues must have something to do with why we're the only ones aware of this time loop. So no glowing statues, no time loop awareness. I think that's going to be my leading theory, but if you find anything new about the statues or the time loop, let me know, okay? I'll be here. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Don't like this. Don't like this. Don't like this. Alright, we're back. Hey, you come down here. Have you ever watched a cyclone for so long it started to hypnotize you? I'm telling you, they'll put you in a trance if you stare at them long enough. I found something. I reached the inside of Statue Island. Oh my god. So the Nomai created those head statues to record memories, huh? Yeah, I could see the Nomai doing it. Not sure what for, but it seems like their sort of thing. Do you think the statues are recording our memories then? Because I remember that one on the beach looked at me funny. That must be my memory friend. Stop lifting me! I don't want uppies. I found what happened to the orbital probe cannon. Whoa, that's the cannon breaking part at the start of each time loop, for real? Did you figure out why? Too much power. It's kind of scary how much that sounds like something Slate or Feldspar would do. Pretty surprised to know I built something that actually broke. Come to think of it, though, broke might be the wrong word, because it looks like the orbital probe cannon is still firing successfully at the beginning of each time loop. I found your quantum poem. Yeah, the one in the woods. I remember writing that. Pretty fun, right? Works out to a good 24 poems. When I'm done exploring, I want to make some more quantum art. Maybe some kind of creature sculpture that just like shows up and scares the daylight out of you. All right, this is our mask. Got it. So that's the orbital launcher exploding. Where's my thing? It says there's still something at Gabbro's Island. There's more to explore here. Gabbro is lounging in a hammock near the island shore. Gabbro found a Nomai statue on another island. Their statue's eyes started glowing, and Gabbro saw their memories flash before their eyes. Gabbro remembers dying. They saw their memories flash before their eyes, just like the time with the statue. Gabbro and I seem to be the only ones aware that we're in a time loop. Every memory recorded by a Nomai statue is transmitted to a corresponding storage unit within Ash Twin. Nomai statues were designed to pair with a single user, record their memories, and send those memories to a storage unit within the Ash Twin project. Each storage unit inside the Ash Twin project was equipped with a mask, the statue's counterpart, which could then send those stored memories back to the corresponding user. The statues were designed to only activate once the Ash Twin project succeeded, or in the event that it failed. Giant steep. up. Yeah? That's the Mask Island. It was like on the equator, wasn't it? There it is. And then, where's this? Is that the ghost matter? Yeah. What am I... I found your quantum poem. I already did that one. Here's something you might like. At the start of every time loop, I keep seeing a bright flash in the sky. Something must be happening there in orbit around the planet. What else? What else? Have you been to Statue Island? That's what I've been calling it, seeing as it's the island where I found the glowing Nomai statue. Get it? I was on a beach in Statue Island when the whole glowy business happened. By the way, it's a nice beach for that kind of thing. Give it a solid 7 out of 10 on the Gabbro relaxation scale. If you feel like checking out Statue Island, it's the one with 2 islands connected by a natural rock arch. Well, mostly connected anyway. You'll see. Where's your ship? That's a good question. It's definitely on this planet somewhere. I mean, unless the cyclone came by and tossed it into space, I guess. Yeah, that would be pretty nuts. I hope it's not lonely. Deep breaths, no, seriously, I meditate. Want me to teach you? It'll be the next time loop before you know it. No, slow down. Okay. Can't tell what else there could be here. There doesn't seem to be anything else here. There was another rock formation around here, wasn't there? This over here. What is that? Is that an anglerfish? Let's see where I am. This seems to be okay. Please, 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 please. Please. Anytime. Oh my god. Yes, I know that there's ghost matter. Can I get some atmosphere, please? Thank you. God damn. There's me. This seems safe. Seems relatively safe. Seems safe. How do I get in here? Can't get in from there. That's not what I want. Where's my thing? Gabbro's Island. What is there more to do there? Is this it? This is it. We finished building the final orbital probe cannon module and are ready to send it into orbit around Giant Steep for assembly. Our next step will be to send Privet up to the orbital probe cannon to install the probe tracking system. To all my friends here at the construction yard, my gratitude for your tireless work. I had given up hope, but I truly believe this cannon may actually succeed where many other attempts have failed. Are you going gelatinous on us, love? I'm delighted by your words, but they're atypical for you. If I'm ever half as gooey as Mallow and Avens behave together, Daz, you may launch me from the orbital probe cannon. If I know my brother, Avens, and his spouse will want to launch the probe with as much power as possible, I'm worried the cannon would break under the strain. I propose we gave Avens and Mallow a slightly lower maximum power setting than the absolute maximum possible to create room for their enthusiasm. Left or right? I guess we go right. No, please no, please no. I have bad news, Avens. Yarrow says there was a problem with the proposed power source. The orbital probe cannon cannot be asked to fire. We already read this one. 5 minutes, 41 seconds ago, long-range probe successfully launched from the orbital probe cannon. Is there anything underwater that I need to see? Construction yard. This island is where the Nomai built the orbital probe cannon. For some reason, the Nomai put the orbital probe cannon on indefinite hiatus. The cannon was not asked to fire. According to the Nomai computer, a long-range probe was recently launched from the orbital probe cannon. There's more to explore here. What is this? I already looked in this, right? guess let's go to the other side. Kanoi, Daz, and I were lifting orbital probe components into orbit for assembly, and once somehow sank beneath the current. We've already read this. We've already been here. Back here. Is that everything? What hit me? Ocean depths. Nomai on the construction yard saw something sink beneath underwater current, which they previously thought was impossible. We already knew that. It's a clockwise. That's a clockwise. We're looking for a counterclockwise. That's a clockwise. Is this counterclockwise? Bro. Is that the purple electricity that we heard about earlier? We need to come back here once our stuff is working. you. The ocean is surprisingly calm beneath the current. Some sort of electrical field surrounds the planet's core. We're looking for the probe tracking module underneath the surface. Up, please. Thank you. Alright. Clockwise, clockwise. That takes us down there. Stop rising, please. I don't see the module. Is this not where it is? This might not be where it is. I thought the purple lightning was a hint. Like him in that Edgar Allan Poe book about the Hollow Earth. Arthur Gordon Pym? Is that it? Ultima Thule. Don't know if I'm going to find it. Might not be down here. Let's roll around the equator for a little while. Is that it? That's going to be a jellyfish, isn't it? Yeah. I don't think it's down here. So then now the question is, where do we go? Ember Twins Equator. Huh? Alright, we're on the Ember Twin. If I can fucking... navigate out of here. Come on. No, 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 no. All right. The canyon at Ember Twins Equator. So I've got to go down into the canyon. What's broken here? It said something was broken, right? No? Why does my scout sometimes land sideways? Wait for the thing to pass. I would like to go... Ah? Fuck. There we go. Okay. High Energy Lab. Note, this door will need to remain closed for some time. Pi and I are running an experiment based on extraordinary findings from the White Hole Station. An update, the High Energy Lab is now being used to design the Ash Twin project. If you're here to help, or even just to observe, be sure to use the Sunless City path to the lab. Sunless City, 300 meters. Sunless City. Well. Crash Site Caves. Run! Run, run, run! Go faster, faster, faster! Faster! Come on! Will this take us back around? We have found an enormous cavern at the end of this passage that appears promising. I believe we could construct long-term shelter there. The cavern Mallory found is a wise choice for the shelter. Could one of you mark directions for the others to follow? This is the start of the path to the shelter. I've left directions to guide you there. Of note, we must hurry, as the pathway there is filling with sand. Do not allow yourself to be buried in sand. Make sure no one is lost. Emergency escape hatch. Oh, is this the, This is the escape pod. Escape pod 2. Vessel has been mortally injured. Emergency sequence activated. Waiting departure from vessel. Launching escape pod 3. Now launching escape pod 2. Collision imminent. Preparing for impact. Scanning external environment. Scan complete. External temperature is prohibitively high. Verdict inhospitable. Do not seek shelter on planet surface. We need status reports for all systems, but initial things first. Is everyone unharmed? Our escape pod's passengers are afraid, but physically well. On Anna, everyone survived the crash. This is a relief, at least. You have my gratitude. Burr, were you able to find the other escape pod's distress signals? I can hear both signals somewhere in the star system, but I don't believe either escape pod crashed on the same planet as us. Escape pod. The heat from the star system's sun is more bearable below the surface. When our escape pod punctured this planet's surface, it broke into what the scans show as a cave system with much cooler air. I would recommend we seek a site down there to build a long-term shelter in Anna, but these passengers are a maze. Even with this danger, they are still our best chance for survival. We'll form teams and descend into the caves and look for a shelter site. We can mark our findings on the walls to avoid becoming irreversibly lost. And Anna, be cautious, everyone. And be aware of the sand as you search. It appears to be rising gradually. Do not follow this tunnel to its end. Collius and I will examine the horror that lies at its terminus later, provided we live through this. Is that the anglerfish? It's the anglerfish. Oh, I'm getting sanded. Damn it. Unfortunately, I think that cuts off what we can do here. Please, thank you. Churt's research notes, property of Churt. Clearly the Nomai were making astronomical observations here. They chose an excellent spot. What is this big rotating device for? What was it the Nomai were observing? I'd posit there's something special about the orange symbol on that device. Hal and the new astronaut's translator tool would be nice to have handy about now. Is there another wall? I don't see another wall. This planet sometimes and only sometimes has a moon. This is also of note. It disappears if no one is watching it. Isn't that a fascinating orbital characteristic? This is my first time encountering a natural satellite with the ability to vanish when not being watched. We should study it, or even better, we should travel there. I agree, our first step would be determining a method to track this phantom moon so that we can always know where it is. I found your note, Mallory. Kindly count me among the moon's admirers. What is happening when it disappears? I doubt it ceases to exist. Does it move to another location? I believe so. Not only does the moon appear around Brittle Hollow, I confirm it sometimes orbits Timberhearth as well. Given its reluctance to move while consciously observed, it might be a form of microscopic quantum mechanics. The quantum moon locator is functioning. We have markers for each of the places the moon goes. Anana, Bar, I just observed the quantum moon in orbit around Dark Bramble. You have keen eyes, my friend, so this moon travels to a total of 5 locations, not 4. I added a marker for Dark Bramble. I thought the locator now accepted for all the Phantom Moon's locations, but sometimes the locator can't tell where the moon is. Perhaps there's a problem with the device. It's also possible there exists a 6th place in the star system to which the Phantom Moon travels. Is that Dark Bramble? It's around Dark Bramble? No, that's not Dark Bramble. I need to learn the stars, like, signs. So that's Dark Bramble, that's Giant's Deep. Amber Hearth? So we come to the South Pole here, use the locator, and then we can follow it to the quantum moon. Where's my ship? There's my ship. There's another cannon, but it's filling with sand. Broken. There's the escape pod. I wonder if it would be possible to make it to the northern pole. It does seem possible. We'll be too late before we get there, though. Stars, they're all dying. There have been too many supernovae for it to be anything else. We're next, do you understand? Our sun, by Hearth's name, we're next. What do you mean we're next? It's the stars, you see. All the other stars are dying out. Oh, why did we have to be born at the end of the universe? And our sun, the star charts, why? Why did I want to update them so badly? I didn't have to know, but no. Oh no, I had to update the star charts. I had to go looking for things I shouldn't have. And now our sun is about to, oh. I don't feel well. I'd like to be alone, please. Why? Isn't that great? Do you know what? I found a few things myself. Most of them have to do with the sun exploding. Oh, who cares? What does it matter? Nothing matters anymore. The sun is about to go supernova. And me, all my research, my life's work, wasted. Wasted, you understand. Why are the stars dying? I don't know. They're old. Far older than we realized. Now all of them are dying. What does it matter? It doesn't. It doesn't matter at all. Nothing matters anymore. All my research, my life's work, wasted. Wasted. Come sit with me, my fellow traveler. Let's sit together and watch the stars die. We only get so much time, don't we? Ah, there was still more I wanted to do. How unlucky to have been born at the end of the universe. Washed out because of the red. It's funny. Front row seats to the end of the universe. You ever seen a supernova before? All right. I'm going to cut the video there. We're at almost 2 hours. We've still got a few minutes, but yeah, we're almost at time. No point starting up a new loop. But yeah, what all did we learn today? Let's go check our ship's log. All right, the Sunless City, Escape Pod 2. We found Escape Pod 2, Quantum Moon Locator, 6th location, Church Camp. There's more to explore at Church Camp, it seems. So we can go back to Church Camp. We can see if we can find a way into the Sunless City. I found a cave with an anglerfish fossil inside, but the opening is only big enough for my scout. The Nomai learned how to evade anglerfish, theoretically at least, by studying an anglerfish's fossil they found on Ember Twin. The Nomai survivors who crashed on Ember Twin decided to seek shelter in the caves beneath their crashed escape pod. The Nomai discovered a promising long-term shelter site at the end of one of the passages beneath the escape pod. I found a trail marker for the Sunless City, but the path is blocked. Alright, our map is coming together, slowly but surely. We found the high energy lab. We haven't been able to get into it, though. We should go back to the Tower of Quantum Knowledge at some point. Alright. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you all for joining me for another night of Strange and Scary Games. I love you. I'll see you in the next video. Good night.